Good morning, I'm Rumika, a media lead at Osmosis AI. Today, I'm in Woolwich for European AV Summit. Okay, let's go inside the venue. Here is the first floor. We are in on the ground floor, so we don't call it first floor in the UK.
That make it particularly relevant for our event today. The first is, it is the borough in London where a lot of the initial tests for automated vehicles have taken place.
Shaping the future of autonomous mobility worldwide. This is the mission we are all on together.
It's here. I'm going to show you today some real use case.
Thanks for having me. Thrilled to be here. Maybe it would help to just start by briefly introducing or reintroducing Lyft for
the Director of Business Development at Moya. First of all, Anna, congratulations. Congratulations on your launch 3 weeks ago.
Thank you very much. It was a big event. We unveiled our series vehicle. Series vehicle meaning...
So firstly, I think it would be interesting to know how your businesses are using autonomous vehicles and autonomous technology and where we see this technology going in the future before we then move on to topics like regulation and social acceptance and the ethics behind this technology.
At the moment it involves cities, but financially it's only private to private. Do we have the role to educate the police or firefighters or ambulances? No, but we have to do...
Okay, my first statement is aggregation would be good for the consumer, but everyone's just going to build their own walled garden. Okay, those in favour, say aye.
Aye.
Those against, say nay.
But we can definitely be either I or both behind.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for my contradictory view. If I even asked for my contradictory view, that is superb. Okay, my next statement. Uber has already won the battle to be the aggregator of the future.
So I just need to understand what we're discussing because it's not okay in Europe.
So I agree with you that obviously if you have some sort of...
But we need a clear strategy from the company to see where it's going to, what is the value that it brings.
Or going to focus much more on the commercial opportunities as to how you can actually bring what you develop into the business case.
So let's start with the Autonomous Vehicle Act 2024, which is relevant certainly here in the UK. How does that become an enabler for insurers so that insurers can become an enabler of deployments?
Focusing on how we're going to strengthen our supply chains and our deployments into freight and passenger trials. We're looking forward to working with as many of you who are interested in pitching into that as possible, and details will be forthcoming.
Lukas is prowling, he needs us to get off the stage. Michael, Young, and everybody in the panel, thank you very much.
I'm Paul Campion, I work for TRL, and I'm extremely proud to have Mike and Miles here, and Arvid. Welcome. You can sort of read who they are. Right? Mike's from Ox, Miles is from Origo, Arvid's from Easy Mile. So we've got obviously some really old white blokes. Can I just go round and ask you what the most interesting, real, practical deployment is that you've got going at the moment?
Gentlemen, it's such a pleasure being here today. I'm really thrilled to talk about my journey and to talk about my company, Odyssey.
I'm David Webb. I'm Head of Innovation for the Centre for Connected and Autonomous Vehicles.
Operators in Germany, in Israel, in Japan, and next year also in the US.
Cool, thank you. Ali?
Hi everybody, my name is Ali Ihsan. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer at Adastec and I'm one of the shareholders. At Adastec, we developed a level for automated driving system for public transportation buses.
One of my driving reasons for being passionate about autonomous mobility is that I lost a very dear person, a family member, in a car crash. We all know in this room these tragic fatalities are avoidable, and we are all working to create a world where we can avoid those tragic fatalities and also the life-changing injuries that many people have as a result of road traffic. It's not just a business case, but that's important. It's not just efficiency, and that's very important. It is about road safety, fundamentally, and creating a world that we want to live in. That's why we chose road safety as our final panel for us today.
So my name is Dr. Claire Mutzenich, and I'm here on behalf of ROSPA. I'm joined by Guido, by Pave Europe, and Ben from Waymo, and then Patrick from Hogan Lovells. So let's start really thinking about that aspect of trust, okay? And we'll start at the top. Why do we think on this panel that the public still remains hesitant about self-driving?
My name's Ben. I lead Waymo's public policy work in Europe. Look, for those of you that don't know Waymo, I assume all of you do. It's been mentioned a few times this afternoon. We're doing more than 250,000 trips every week. We're driving more than 1 million miles every week.
Not necessarily from a legal perspective, but just maybe also to summarize. I mean, people accept that humans accept that humans fail.
Right.
But humans have much more difficulties to accept that machines fail.
Thank you to the sponsors, and really honestly, thank you to you for joining today, for engaging, for sharing in the dialogue, for moving this industry, this ecosystem forward. And with that, I close our session. Thank you so much. See you soon.